Welcome again, once again to another live. Today I have some topic to discuss, a whole lot of topics to discuss. So, firstly, the title of the video, is of that them find dead body on the toll earlier today. So, and then same catching on the public state of emergency. So make sure you like up the live and just a forward on the stream and share out the live same way. If you can share it out to your friends, the thing go. They actually get back my channel monetize and things so I can bring some whole lot of info. So make sure you like up the video, share out the video same way. Alright, so I'm gonna kick off the live now. So I'm gonna turn on share screen right now. Chrome tab. Share audio. Share screen. Windows. This. Share. Alright, so first I'm gonna show you this. So the blast by Instagram. You know that page come like this page bigger than right now coming like this page by Instagram bigger than Jamaica Observer and everything there. And most of us news them reporting at the media. And first I see it on this website before I see it on Jamaica Observer and Star and Nationwide and Gleaner. So I see it on them here first. So as I read the description of the video, the title, not the video, but the post say unidentified body, presumably dead, found along section of the Edward Seaga Highway in the vicinity of the Mandela toll booth. The police are currently on the scene. So these are the info we get so far. So as soon as we get some more info, we pass on it to see me. That means Jamaica YouTube update. Every day. Remember the other day them find two dead body in one car over Portmore same way. On Dyke Road, I think. And then the other day them find one more dead body. Then they come find one more now. So and then 10 catching on that public state of emergency. So every day come like something new, something always a happen. Yeah man, big up yourself same way we are tuning in on the live same way, see me? Yesterday I did one forward on the live, but I come in early still, but so I have to take care of some food and I never finish till around 8:30, so I even bother come live forward on the live. Why if you come? Not forward on the live, isn't me? So today I'm forwarding early. Maybe I go back on the road do so work. I'm coming back. If me did if me still up on the road, if everything did go well, would have there work right now. But that wait upon somebody, but him end up have some business to deal with, so now wait upon him. Yes man, perfect timing. I'm on lunch. Oh Zane, you gotta take lunch 3 o'clock, brother. What wrong with you? I don't know say your time different time. You know, your schedule kind of different and thing, but big up yourself, see me forward on the live. Yeah man. So yeah man, that's how we talk about, and some more part of topics did we want to discuss same way. Alright, so we're gonna read this. 127 now. Oh, 2 hours ahead of you. Oh, Zane. So, see, you know, St. Catherine residents relieved by declaration of state of emergency. So, I think we shall go up on the website still, but anyway, I'm gonna read this first. So, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has formally declared a state of public emergency in the parish of St. Catherine. Residents in section of St. Catherine are read over this. Residents in section of St. Catherine have so far been expressing relief at the imposition of the state of emergency. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government cannot sit by and allow organized criminal gangs to terrorize law-abiding citizens. Oh, you know, I can't talk about that same way. I did it, you know. But I'm not understood. Alright, I'm gonna find the video. Alright, see video, yeah. Where the hospital flood out. See? See there? Hospital flood out. Yo. I'm a million, brother. A billion. Billion, brother. Yo, you know them thing I'm gonna free. Me I go? We gonna call for the live later. That's why I'm not even talk about it. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about it. That's what you said. Public, Kingston Public Hospital, in a flood out. That's what you said. And see, we are to the video right now. No one hear it. So, Andrew and Nigel Clark. Andrew and Nigel Clark. Allegedly. Remember, we did talk about this the other day. Them spend over $1 billion to change the money, to print some new banknote. Then, change it. Whenever I still can't find the money, give me a second. I go skip. Jamaica YouTube, let me tell you. Before me even make no watch no more video, me I go scroll through, me save stuff them. And me I go search and see if I find the money. I want to make sure that I don't want to say nothing. I want to be accurate, you see me? Me I go search, till me find it. Because I know I have it, I did save it. The side I'm save video them, so I'm gonna search till me find it. So I thought I look first before in the meantime until me find it. So as what I did I say, Andrew, see the money here. I'm gonna find it. I know I did have it. But anyway now, so you need to do a different vlog for this report. This need to be highlighted. Alright. What I can do, I can do a different vlog still, but I talk about it right now, but later on I can do a different video about this. But anyway, we talk about it still. Anyway, and then later I still go continue. So these are the new money them are going to print. Zine, new money them are going to print. So the Bank of Jamaica, which is BOJ, will spend more than 1 billion to produce the new banknote, which will be introduced in the island later this year. Yo, read the comment about the somebody, right? That Stefan. Zine. Alright, pre the second comment. What we did talk about the hospital, Zine. Look on it. This could aid in improving Conroy Regional Hospital. Zine. Alright. So look on Kingston Public Hospital. Look rain start fall on the hospital that flood out, brother. The $1 billion there. Over 1 billion. Then say used to spend more than 1 billion. So over. Zine. That money could have pumped in the economy. Create some, or then could have paid the teacher them because you know so the teacher them will get them money and I know they can't get it. Period up. A hospital want fix, brother. The hospital they need some more bed. You see me? The hospital needs some more bed, brother. Them don't fix it. But we go spend over $1 billion and then them say country short of money, the country not have no money. But them go ahead without the public knowledge. So them are going to print new banknotes. And when them already done it, them are tell the public so them are going to spend over $1 billion to print new banknotes. And then it doesn't make sense because the economy a fall and Jamaican economy don't stable. Instead of them take that money, the brother, and pump in the economy, they might take it out of foolishness. Print new banknote, that don't make sense, you know. Economy a crash. And then I take it go print new banknote where don't make no sense. Yeah, pump the $1 billion in the economy, fix up your hospital then. Open some factories. Something. You see it? That totally tell us how the government not care about the country, brother, they not care about the people them. But the hospital want fix and take that money they gonna pump, gonna print new banknotes. But don't make no sense. See how the $1,000 there. See $1,000 you see? The Sam Sharp and Nanny there. See Marcus there. They did upon it the $20. $50. Paul Bogle. Like a Paul Bogle. Yeah. Someone like a George William. If me not mistaken. Alright, the $1,000. Wait. Yeah, 2,000 now, then put Siaga upon it. Zin, Siaga one of the worst Prime Minister Jamaica ever see, brother. Edward Seaga are one of the worst Prime Minister of Jamaica maybe we'll ever see. Then that kind of make me get upset because I know the history and I know when cause. You see all the violence that are going in St. Catharine, them caused it, brother. Not town. Them caused it. And when it look bad, them a try put a band-aid on a cut. Not on a cut, but a sore. The teacher then could get their money out of the over $1 billion there. The teacher then could get their money. Alright, me remind me later. Sorry about that now. So as I say, they say Lady Margaret. Oh, go on, Lady Margaret, big up yourself. Respect for tuning in. So they say education and health is their main. They say education and health is their main focus, and teachers and nurses hardly getting paid. Yo, that's what them says in, and them now come through them promises from day one. You know, politicians stay. Them always say, oh, them are gonna do something for you. Do something, and when time them win, you don't see them again. Or them don't come through them promises. But I'm gonna play back the video again, and we're gonna look on the video again with Kingston Public Hospital. Upload out. Look here. Kingston Public Hospital. Upload out. Then then something else on the ground, I see in that. The water lick them out. Usually put up the ceiling already. So the water leak out the ceiling. And Teresa, Myers, good evening everyone in the chat. Big up yourself, Teresa. Respect for joining in, man. Indeed. So as of that sense, them spending over $1 billion to swing no banknotes and Kingston Public Hospital after all. Teachers/nurses need respect, but nurses need to show respect also to the patients. Yeah, that's true, Lady Margaret. But you know, the nurse them stress out. Nurse them stress out, but at the end of the day, you have to respect the patients them. So, see some more video, yeah? I'm going to make you see the whole of the video them. Over $1 billion them waste. The hospital them want to fix up. Alright, so look there, watch it. You see something like about that ceiling? You see that? Don't see about it. Man, to look funny again. Okay, Shiva. Just look at the start. You see that? No patience, no work. Same thing with that. Come on, man. Somebody needs to tag and go when it's on the government. They might waste the money to fool in it. And the main priority, them not take care right. Hospital should be number one. Health. As a Jamaica, you will health. Should be the main focus on education. Education and health. because if the people them lack of literacy, country now go grow. And if the people them can't work then sick out, the country can't grow, economy will grow. So the main focus and focus on health health and education. Then the next thing we have to focus on creating some jobs. Creating jobs. Alright, Jamaica YouTube TV, youth, big up yourself. Respecting forward for the life, I don't know anything about. Alright, so we play the next video. Sorry, I take so long. So one picture. This is our next one. So see there. I'm gonna read some of my comments them say. So them one person said this is also sad. I don't know how we grow so wow, everybody is negative these days. So sad move. I'm sorry if you hear about me. But that one it will fix quicker. So this is embarrassing. I did 100% talk about embarrassment. Me I tell no people say, oh, come like a big party shop I go and I government there, man. Big party shop. So Jamaica, St. Catharine under state of emergency. But right now, I'm gonna talk about this. Alright, so the government's imposition of a state of emergency so in St. Catharine was greeted with both support and opposition in Spanish Town on Friday morning. Hours after Prime Minister Andrew Jones announced the measure designed to stop rampant criminality in the parish. Alright, SOE kind of work. I have an idea, don't make no sense. You have to find a good. You need. Alright, they need to fix up the hospital to accommodate patients. They must remember tourists coming to Jamaica and can become sick and need hospital. They can make these people come into their. They can't make these people come into their dilapidated place. I think the government care about that. Them should I even think about the tourists them first before they think about anything else. They made me think the tourists them go to a private hospital or them never think so the tourists them go to a public. Hospital should have the hospital them should have adequate stuff like them to fix it, them to have beds. But when I look on it, the government now do nothing. Both of them is basically the same thing. Them sit there while the slaves of the country work hard, make the money, then them push in at them pocket. And them now fix up the hospital, them now pay the teacher, them now pay the nurse, the doctor, them. They now pay the public servant, them. And at them out there on the battlefield, I do the hard work. Them out there, them come like the engine of the country. And we out there do the hard work and build the country. The man, we are selling jerk chicken, the eagle them, The man we are doing construction work. The man we are sweeping road whatsoever. And we are do all of the hard work while them slung in a office. The heaviest thing with them lift up a pen and paper and sign this and sign that. Them now go they go do the hard work for know the general public affairs. And when they work so hard, it hardly like the people them want to pay you. If you even do overtime, come at them not even pay for the overtime. I things like them here, the prime minister, or I said the government, not just the prime minister, but the opposition, the whole government. And them thing here, them fear what I say now? Them fear highlight more. But them not do it because Mr. Lee and Mr. Chin are push their money in their pocket. And them claim say Chinese them a build up the country and whatsoever. Yes, but at the end of the day, if you can't abide by my rule, leave. Other people they want the opportunity. And I did so as I said, Lady Margaret. I agree with you. I guess that is why some police officers turn to crime to get extra money, which is shameful and embarrassing. All right. What did I say? Right, so corruption come in. Lady Margaret. Right, so corruption come in. I'm not just say the police, but overall, the people they not get enough pay. But to meet them needs and them wants. One of the time they think Dr. Chang come in with something like, I think I did a 50,000 or 100,000. I think a 50,000, $50,000. You want the youths them to get. But that basically the one them where if certain places are, they say the at risk youths them. You don't want them to get that amount of money. Where you know say that the money that money will meet their needs and wants where them have to turn to crime. Because crime stem from maybe them wanting something of them don't have enough cash to get it, so them go rob and kill to get it. Lots of corruption is plentiful in Jamaica from the politicians right down to the criminals. Yeah, right, that's how corruption start, but may I go show you something and you tell me if I'm wrong. As somebody that say first, so him did that say he want the youth them to get at least $50,000 every 2 weeks, so that would be a fortnight. Where they could have meet their needs and wants. But what may I go say now? Crime not just start from you wanting something and you can't get it. Most of the crime where take place in our country right now is the seed where politicians them store in the inner city, some of it. And it gets so bad now where them a try to put a band-aid and a sore. Where them now try to fix it. But look at this now. Them a sell you them gun. Not sell them, but give them gun and ammunition. You ever see amount of gun them a ship in here? Where them find? What about the ones where them not find? Now look at normal man can import guns come here. You have to be somebody in the high places and get money from the proceeds of crime. So crime now go stop until they get rid of them people there. So it bigger than me and you. And it take not everybody I go see it from my point of view. The man we are ship them here I get money. And the man we are receive them I get money other with some other third to fourth to fifth party I get money from it. Crime start from greed. They want more than the amount in their pockets. That is one too. There's nothing wrong with that, that's true. Because as somebody I show you say, the gun, the ammunition we are coming in, they might get money from it. So now go stop that create crime, greed. Because he might get money from him, so him business until he reach him go step, he might go do something about him, might go cry out. Until we get rid of them people there, and now go stop. And they say that go there. That go get even worse. As I show you, crime start most of it will happen in Kingston right now. And them the leaders them and the country create it. And one of the worst prime minister Jamaica will ever see. And that man, Edward Tiaga. I don't know, but maybe you remember, because them time I never did born it, but me hear about the election. People assume the grass is greener next door than it is in their own yard. That's true. Mm-hmm. They only tell us what they want us to know. But as I ask Teresa, you have to look way beyond what them tell you. You have to use the information what them give you and go beyond that and reason out things to get an understanding. You just can't follow what the media say, you know. You have to try gather up some information and reason out and think for your own self. You just can't follow what the media say. And there's some most people lost. If you listen everything what TVJ say, what Observer say, the whole RGR communication group say, or on social media say, you are going to lose your way. You just can't listen what they say. You have to get up your own information. Although some of the information where you have to get at them, so you want to put it out there, but you have to read between line and pick sense out of nonsense to get an understanding. You just can't listen what them tell you. You are going to go wrong there, so. But so right now, that's it. The media work with the politician them. Same so. Them don't want you to know the truth. But the truth will never hide. Man, but it's crazy. So this I want next thing again where we see them have we see them put up. I think yesterday this is a TV but TVJ this, but the blast on Instagram post this. As I did tell you at first, the blast on Instagram, if you follow this page, search for it. See it up here, so this underscore is underscore a at underscore a and underscore blast. If you don't have Instagram, and you need to follow this page. This page would have become what I say, number one news source in Jamaica. This page me I tell you about this page bigger than TVJ right now to me say. Bigger than TVJ. Because most of the things them will happen, but you have to give credit to the people that are sending the news them to them. So most of these things them will happen. I see it here so before me hear it on RJR or upon Observe on TVJ and the whole RJR communications group. So I think most of the news outlet them I get information from this page. To this page big, anything I post on it pertaining to issues where happen in your community or issues where happen with you. Either you have some JPS problem, you have some flow problem, you have some bank problem, or you have some road problem. If you're sending it to this page and you post it within a week, you're gonna get result. Trust me. But anyways, so the imposition of the state of emergency in St. Catherine, them say several men, including a person of interest, have been detained and a firearm seized in operations in St. Catherine, which is under a state of public emergency. All right. Public emergency. State of emergency don't make no sense. You only stop the criminal them for a couple of times, for a couple of maybe weeks. You come in a mind. It's basically like what I say now. They when wake up the anxiousness them. State of emergency, wake up the anxiousness. Now, just to give you an example. You catch some and some runway gone. I want different place. Gamble and next gang and create terror for the people them. So then go to other community and allocate with them other friends and create terror again for the people them. I think what them do still. State of emergency not really work. As I say, corruption cause all of this. Because most people are afraid to report the criminals them. Them go down a station, go make a report. Then them go down there go make a report to Mr. James. Mr. James linked with the same man where I report. Him call down there and say Teresa come down there. Or I say Lady Margaret come down there and report say you do shooting and you're a criminal, you have gun. So people them afraid. I go down and report the criminal to Mr. James. Mr. James call him and tell him say Teresa come down there and report him. and say you have one gun hide there so or something. So you tell the criminal and the criminal come slap with the reason. So the people them afraid to report the criminals them. Them afraid to trust the police because the police and the criminal them are linked together. The criminal them are do dirty work for the police and the police are do dirty work for the criminal them. So them afraid to report the people them because when the people them report the criminal them are go kill them. Yes, state of emergency is fraud. The police said the relevant gang members know where they are going to be, so they lay low until it's past, then they start over again. Corruption again. Corruption. Come down to corruption theories. I remember tell you something, Mr. James, I get the money from them. And criminal them, I do things with them. So state of emergency don't make no sense. Get some, and then some run and create havoc our next community until the left there so then run come back at place again, come create our next terror again. So this now go stop until I clear up corruption. So we have to watch and see what go on. People them afraid, report them. Because when they report them a kill them. So yeah, informer. And the same man we are boss and want the country better. I am a create problem. Until crime reach and doorstep. And me I tell you them the police them know the criminal them. Them know them but them and them are friend. So this one this man I say, I want to know this one I say.
As at June 15, the St. Catharine North Division recorded 70 murders and 51 shootings. As at June 15, the St. Catharine North Division recorded 70 murders and 51 shootings, representing a 52% and 76% increase respectively when compared to the similar period in 2021. Meanwhile, in the St. Catharine South Division, 58 murders were recorded over the period, as was the case last year, and 53 shootings recorded compared to 43 last year, an increase of 23%. 6 weeks ago, the St. Catharine South Division was experiencing a reduction in murders by 40%. The recent conflicts in the St. Catharine North Division have extended themselves into the southern section of the parish, to include Portmore and Old Harbour. As a consequence to all of this, and in consultation with the Chief of Defence Staff, we requested that a state of public emergency be declared in the parish of St. Catharine. We have seen the data. We have demonstrated through previous SOEs that this methodology has been very effective in quickly reducing violent crimes. An SOE at this time will allow us the opportunity to optimize available resources, in particular, the support from the JDF. As at June 15, the St. Catharine North Division recorded 7.
All right, so when I hear what the brother says, I'm going to go back and share a screen because I want to see. All right, anyways. So, what the commissioner said, Anthony Anderson, says the recent declared state of public emergency in St. Catharine is a result of 12 active gang conflicts, which can and has resulted in several murders and shootings in the parish. So, as the Lady Margaret has said, when they make new relevant laws to fit crimes and witness will be comfortable to testify. Alright, Lady Margaret. We have to hope and pray that soon this will happen. Because we really are going right now. Me not like where you're going. I mean, I don't know if the Prime Minister like where you're going. Or them people they open a place like where you're going. Me don't like where you're going. Me don't like where you're going because me lose family member, me lose friend to gang violence and anything there. And while it could happen to me because me did it. And while me pray back and sit down and say, say, me could end up drop out. So my life just, me just meds back and say, that could have even happened to me. So, me not really like where I go either. So, me hope them change them laws where them have and fix up what we fix up. But as we say, greed and corruption now go stop. And until that continues, you're going to see more things happen. More crime and violence are going to continue. It will go spiral out of control. This SOE is just basically them put a band-aid over a sore with them create. Them know the criminal them know the gang member them and them come like them no business. Andrew Wellness. Andrew Holiness. And it was before him Portia. Bruce the Portia. Not even remember that going on. Portia must have did win Bruce or something. Andrew is a two-side cutlass, man. Andrew a two-side cutlass. So more when him talk, Lady Margaret, I listen to him. Sometimes I talk, I turn off the TV, or when I listen, I cut it off. Before me even start YouTube thing, anytime I hear him talk, man, I cut him off. I don't want to hear him because from them time I find him out. I'm a two-side cutlass. Until I say I don't do this, then I have an idea. Them turn around and change him out. So I'm not to listen to him. Them not care about nobody. Them I see him and create crime. Them and him friend them create crime. And them up in a higher places them mixed up in a evenness. So most of the little people them I say I get where get missing. Them are you know what me I talk when I say little people them are missing. You must know what I mean. So them in a higher place them evil. Them don't care, them love to when blood are shed. Them create it to make blood shed so them make more money. Hello, Miss Melanin Cinnamon, welcome. I actually don't think the politicians care because none of the crime happening to hurt any of them. Well, whether one of their friend did so. I don't know if it touch them. Or maybe them cause it. But let me tell you, say, Lady Margaret, the people that are in higher places, they are evil. They don't care. They like when blood is shedding so they can make more money. And as I tell you, say, them create it. Them create the gangs, most of the gangs them we make you them a fight for nothing. We make you them not even know what them a fight for, them a fight for nothing. Them a fight for nonsense. Them not fight for nothing tangible. Them a fight for well not even make no sense. Them not fight for better them coming generation. They not fight for that. Them a fight for foolishness. Them just a fight for one little turf. Nothing when make no sense. Until the youths them wise up and say, yo, them put on the violence. But take up my gun, go look some work, make some money. Create a better environment for the upcoming youths, them little kids them we are born for them future generation. And that's what we fight for. They not fight for nothing will make sense. They belong to Satan, yeah. And that me I tell you say the people them are create the gang them link with Satan, and that me I tell you say them create the gang them to make bloodshed. The youth say nah see that say a sacrifice. Them will basically be the gang them to sacrifice them so them make more money when you use them and shed them money. Yo, you them a fight against them, one of them a fight against their friend, them a kill off them same family member them. Me tell you. Like, share, and comment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Yeah, man. Lady Margaret, make sure you subscribe to the channel now. Make sure, you know. So, as I say, now I'm going to change until the youth them wise up and think to make some money right away and better than future generation to come. Oh, you did? Okay, thank you so much for supporting the channel same way. So, hopefully, as I say, the youth say wise up and make some positive move to make sense. So, this man now, what am I saying name? Information Minister Robert Morgan defends ONS administration's human rights focus under SOE. Alright, so I'm going to read this and alright, so Minister with responsibility for information, Robert Morgan, is hitting back at the opposition. He is contending that states of emergency implemented by the ONS administration have been some of the most human rights centered enhanced security measures. In arguing the effectiveness of SOEs, Minister Morgan says they have been shown to work. Yeah, they work in a little senses, but in the long run, it don't make no sense. Because after you implement that, the hoodlum, what do they call them? Hoodlums, them are going to run into an next parish and create havoc. That always happen. Haha. And that may I tell you, Lady Margaret. And if you try to sit down with them and reason with them and tell them, say, below the violence. Alright, before me even start, any youth, they did not want gang. The same friend kill him. Me know the whole of them. And the youth dream to one somebody and somebody tell the youth them say, you know, say that man a dream to me and tell me say, yo, if you stop the war, if you load the war, and you they never load the war till the whole of them dead off. Every one of them dead. Every one of them dead, Lady Margaret. I'll tell you how much is left after that. After that, I did 4 of them left. And police kill off the whole of them. No, the police. You see them, you kill the youth where I tell us a dream back, the rest of them, him end up going and kill one next one. Then the police kill him, kill one next one, and kill one next one. But him when I do the dirty work, them dead last. So the police kill off all of them, all of them dead. So, let me show you, say, violence no make no sense. The youth them we are create, we involve in it, we are kill off them one another, don't know what them are do. And when you try to reason with them don't want to hear that. Me personally sit down and reason, and I say, oh, you know this thing don't make no sense? No make no sense. Use Satan. Satan don't love anyone. He just use them to gain fame and ruin their lives. Right there, so. Maybe them like when them name ring up and police are look for them. Then when you say their name can ring up in a some positive way. Them name can ring up in a some positive way, or them are uplift themselves or do something constructive. Other than sit down. Nobody no bad in a Teresa. Nobody no bad. None of them no bad. Cause maybe he kill somebody and then him go end up dead. Yeah, police are in same friend them kill him. So it don't make no sense. They want to prove who bad. Them all are go dead. Police are gonna kill them, and they kill them one another. And at the end of the day, it don't make no sense. So when the youth then wise up and know say what them a do don't make no sense. I want to prove who bad. Oh yeah, me say me did that. I did say me I go read. But me have some more stuff I did want to read. Alright, I'm gonna refresh the page here real quick. I refresh the page here real quick and I have something more to read. Alright, so this more I read. One can scroll down. Alright, I'm like this comments here the article stuck. Alright, so millions in damages. And not even this night, I know. Yeah, the market, some of them just smell bad, that's all. That's all. Then nobody than nobody. Some of these gunmen not taking any telling them in Agobita. And when the police corner them in a Teresa, when the police corner them a ball for their life. And them not think so when them a kill the people, it a go reach them. But I did have an article I did want to read, not just this. But I'm gonna read this. Because I did see one article where I grew on with one resident from Montego Bay, I think. Sued the government. The SOE, you know, him get some damages or stuff like that. Something involving him and the SOE. It was unconstitutional and him sued the government and he win the government. But what me didn't like about it is that of Gleaner publish how much money the man forget, how much money him win the government, Gleaner post it. Me never like that. They might disclose the amount of money where him get. Forget. What if him never want that? So him friend them are gonna say, oh, him are gonna get couple million for the damages. And he maybe never want that. So again, maybe them breaching rights to disclose the amount of money where we get. Them never should have disclosed that. So maybe again, maybe I think to sue them. Cause him put him life at risk now. So people are gonna say, oh, he rich. Maybe people are gonna rob him. I'm gonna try to say Gleaner did put out it, but yeah, so I'm gonna I'm not gonna read the article. I'm gonna read myself search for it on Gleaner. So give me a minute there. I never want to read this. So Gleaner, Jamaica. Gleaner, Jamaica. Yeah, I used to live in a body era, which is Franklin Town. When them ready to start from night till morning. There is a me could manage that, you know. Me could manage them thing there. As me shot start bust, me get afraid, you know. Cause me I say, what if one of them stray bullet they catch me? So I say, that me I tell you, Lady Margaret, I set up the man life. Never find it again. But anyways, it's what's there on Instagram. Me I tell Lady Margaret come like I kill them want the people that we kill him man. Can you maybe have some hungry belly friend, you know? You see it? Maybe you have some hungry belly friend. Where we don't want taking life, we just look at food and get. So let's say again I'm breaching man rights. So don't be disclose that. Tell them say, oh, these media houses, if you follow them, they will make you dead. Them put I tell them some give them some information. Them twist and turn it and tell the public what they want to tell them. And I tell them what you tell them to tell them, you know. Them twist it. I try to find the article, so I'm gonna give me some minute there. 5 people there on your live, make sure it's not like up the live, you know. Make sure it's not liking up the live. Alright, like, share, and comment. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, which is where I respect for that, Miss Melanin Cinnamon. I don't know. Alright, guys, I'm still a search for it, so give me some time. That mess, then I thought you still in a lady market. Sometimes I live in one area and it was I take your time as what them say. If I'm in a lion mouth, you take time and draw out your hand. So maybe you did it so and you want to left, you have to take your time and left. Cause me I tell you something. Sometimes I live in one area, you know, I gotta tell you. And the area is so nice and peace and quiet. Yeah, have peace and quiet. I don't say in pass the article. I'm sure I don't say it did up here. So. Anyways, let's see it. Sometimes I live in my area as well, I say I'm Lady Margaret. And in neighborhood, I say the area is so peaceful. And you have some little youth there. Them just make the community get bad out of nowhere. You never have no killing or nothing. Never did that happen in the community. And then you then start having violence. And this way started community get bad. Cause me usually live in our community. That's what I think about me not find it. Live in our community. And out of us sudden community get bad. One little foolishness cause everything. People start dead. The community never stay so. Cause sometimes I live in our community and community nice and then it just get bad after sudden. So I search for the article and now I not find it yet. But I did want to read it. So Lady Margaret, say you ever experience them stuff there, young violence, like you live in our community and you just break out. Still I search for it because I know I did see it. Alright, so I'm gonna read this. I think I want to do an article here. So PNP says the 17.8 million ruling of the court proves the SOA breached the constitution. Not at all, I am a country girl. You know, it's a country I grew up in too. To tell you the truth. I think I want article there. Yeah, right. See it there. So, at the article here. Alright, so Jamaica Observer I have upon your website, I'm going to search it. A country I grew up in, man. I grew up in Westmoreland. Jamaica. A country I grew up in, same way, man. Grew up in Westmoreland, same way. And in my early, like, grew up in my early, like, grew up till me at 20 odd, 20 plus. Before I ever experienced something there. And that come like basically me have to adjust to it. June 18. June 18 is a today. Me never really experience anything there. I just me have to adjust to it. Me never lie down in my bed and I hear shot a bus. Enough of them not getting any money and not even have a good pair of shoes and look shabby. I grew up in the city life. I'm used to crime and robbery every day of my life. Man, me spelling in cinema, tell her the truth, I couldn't deal with that. In my early days, you have to look out of your eye. No, so. Beautiful children before these criminals start infiltrating everywhere. Everywhere get bad now for real, Lady Margaret. Everywhere get bad now. Remember saying, man, the rural area them used to nice, Like, you used to can go a river, go swim. That's where it what me find it, but anyways. So, let me see something. Yo, Popo, wagwan. Big up yourself, bro. Respect for coming in and forwarding on the live. Alright, so I'm going to go search for this. My day and my brother, everything cook and curry. Yeah, man, everything up in a Lindo. Big up yourself. So, alright, so I'm finding the article now, guys. So, we are going to read it now. Popo, big up. Alright. So, as I say, St. James Cabby awarded nearly 18 million SOE detention, which is the SOE is the state of public emergency. I experienced my mother coming from market and games. Take her games. Take her bag and go straight in her bed and lay down. Like, oh. So, anyways, yeah, man. So, alright, I'm read over this again. St. James Cabby awarded nearly 18 million in SOE detention. So, Kingston, Jamaica, the Constitutional Court has awarded nearly 18 million in damages to Roshane Clark, the St. James taxi operator who it found was unlawfully detained for 7 months. Come on, man. 7 months. 7 months, Not 3, 7 months, man, they are jail. Come on. The longest them should have you in a detention without charge after 3 months, me I hear. 3 months. If them have you in a in a lock up for more than 3 months, it basically say them have to let her go. But this man spend double the time and an extra 1 month. He spend 7 months. So I'm gonna read over this again. This crazy man. The Constitutional Court has awarded nearly 18 million in damages to Russian Clark, the St. James taxi operator who it found was unlawfully detained for 7 months under the state of emergency, which is the SOE. That was declared for the Western Parish in January 2018. So the man spent 7 months in lockup without charge. So that unlawfully for real. 7 months. And he was a cabbie. He running taxi. But a man like that we are running taxi. You lock him up for 7 months. What if him have some children? What if him have bills to pay? What if a car loan? You see it? What if a car loan him take out for and fi buy a car when I use run taxi? What if him have to go pay back the money? And all of them things there. Blighted in career. At least he might get back some money for the 7 months for him spending in a jail plus maybe. Give me a second there, guys. Alright, so back again. So for all of the months him spend there. But hopefully them give him money because you know how government take all 10, 15 years to give you your money. But hopefully him lawyer pressure the government and get him pressure the government so him can get the money. So him can maybe pay back who him fi pay back or start over again. That can buy him a car or a few car or whatsoever I want to do with the money I feel it. So I finish read the article. So the full court comprising Justices Chester Stamp, Anna Marie Nemad, and Tara Carr handed down the landmark decision, which will have consequences for how future SOEs are implemented in Jamaica a short while ago. That I did the other day. So the justices also found that the emergency regulations governing the SOEs were unconstitutional. So here we go on. So the court was asked to consider whether some of the emergency powers regulations infringed or violated the Charter of Fundamental Rights and freedoms of the Constitution. And if so, whether these breaches were reasonably justified for achieving the purpose of the SOE in St. James. So basically what I say, the first implementation of the SOE in St. James was unconstitutional. Well, hold on. Wait. You see it? The government no business about the people of the country. If you have to do something, you can't treat everybody as criminal. You have to have mutual respect for everybody. Until you find them guilty and say, yeah, them a criminal, well, you deal with them. So you can't deal with, and you know, law-abiding citizens are going to get pulled up in it, and they are going to deal with them certain type of way. A man will never get a charge, never charge for, never have a felony, he never do nothing, never go to jail, and you have him as everybody like him a criminal. But crazy. So I'm going to finish now. Additionally, the court had to consider and determine whether any of Mr. Clark's constitutional rights had been infringed or violated, and if so, whether he is entitled to redress, said the summary that was read out in court by Justice Chester Stamp. In disposing of the case, the court held and declared the Emergency Powers Regulation Section 22 and 32 in respect to the fundamental rights of freedom of movement. Regulations 30 and 33, Regulations 30, 33, and 38 in respect to the fundamental right to freedom and liberty breached the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedoms of the Constitution, the summary added. So here we go. So basically the first SOE we have in St. James at 2008. 2018 was unconstitutional. So how much people them deal with so? If Mr. By him name, but anyways, I go find back him name and read over. Mr. Clark. So Mr. Clark sue the government and win. Then what about the other people them? Because we know say maybe him alone face discrimination and them breach him right. I know say him alone. How many other people face it? We can't find the first dollar to get a lawyer to sue the government. No other people face it and not just him alone. What about the other people them? Because sometimes, as what I tell you, say, the soldier them and the police them deal with some citizens some way. Even when they tell us if we do certain things like them tell us if we stand up, don't move, and I mean follow by what they say, do what them tell us if we do. Even when they do that, them still violate the rights. But anyways, me I gotta finish with this. So the court declared the regulations unconstitutional, arguing that they gave the authorities unduly unfettered power to abrogate the fundamental rights of a wide class of persons in society without evidence establishing that they were reasonably justified for achieving the purposes of the state of emergency. The court also found and held that Mr. Clark's fundamental rights and freedoms under the Constitution, in particular his rights to freedom and liberty, his right to be informed of the reason for his detention as soon as is reasonable, practicable, and his rights to be brought forward with or as soon as is reasonably practicable. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna read over this again. Or as soon as is reasonably practicably before an officer authorized by law or a court had been violated and that he is entitled to damages as redress for these violations. So having so concluded, the court awarded Clark a total of 17,862,000 inclusive of compensatory vindicatory and aggravated damages. Alright, so the court acknowledged that the case raises issue of paramount national importance in an era where the fundamental rights and freedoms of individuals in Jamaica traverse the measures adopted by the state to protect the society in general. Hours before the judgment was made public, Prime Minister Andrew Holness declared another SOE for the parish of St. Catharine, which has seen a flare-up of gang violence in recent months and which has claimed a number of lives, and other cases involving 5 men who sued the government over their unlawful and extended detention during SOEs. Is Jesus Christ. You see that? You remember what did I say? Oh my God. I tell you, same thing when I tell you, same thing. Remember me did say, what about the other people? I know say no Mr. Clark alone face it. You hear what them say? Another case involving 5 men who sued the government over their unlawful and extended detention during SOEs is pending. So, as I tell you, I say, I know him alone, me know, and Mr. Clark alone did face the SOE, the detention, like, and I'm alone I face all of that, and I'm alone did face it. I know say some other people will face it where they can afford to get a lawyer to help them fight the case. But hopefully them other 5 people will sue the government win. Because they can't have people in detention unconstitutional and for so long. But I don't know say the man I in alive that no peep, so later on today I go forward back on the live. I go discuss something more about the KPH flooding and some other topics. So I know I will leave a topic out there, so we're going to discuss some more about that. So Miss Melanin Cinnamon, big up yourself. Popo, big up yourself. Lady Margaret, big up yourself. And Teresa, big up yourself. Respect everybody who joining on the live. And I don't know anything go. Later on today, around 7 to 8 o'clock, I'm going to see me back live, so make sure you tune in that time. And thanks again, you see me. Yeah, man, blessings. Have a good afternoon. Same to you, Miss Lady Margaret. Big up yourself. And have a good evening. I'm out.